Yo, what's up, guys? It's Lionel the Builder back again with another video, and I just wanted to tell y'all how great I feel my first month without smoking, bro. I have been someone who has smoked basically all of my life. Like, I want to say the first time was maybe when I was 15 or so. I've had a few breaks in there in between, like when I went to boot camp, I had to stop smoking. I'm trying to think when else. There was a couple different times, but I always ran back to it, never longer than a month. I would do whatever I needed to do to smoke. Like back in the day when I was 15 or so, like I was one of those kids listening to Wiz Khalifa and just thought like being high all the time was just cool as hell to just, be vibing. And even as I started to grow up in age, and get into the professional world, I still thought no matter what, no matter whatever happened, I would always be hitting the blunt with a little wake and bake and then figuring the rest out throughout the day. And I always thought it was cool for some reason. And which I still, don't get it twisted, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with smoking if that's what you do. Yo, I get it. I'm the type of person who believes we only live once. Live however you want to live, right? So I guess I should say, why did I stop smoking? For one, I don't know what the new variation of COVID or whatever it was that hit me. Um, Christmas, like shortly after Christmas, bro. I was completely, for a while, I had been wanting to smoke. I mean, wanting to quit smoking, just because something tell me, like, I don't know if it's God or whatever, but this year is gonna take all my power. Like this year is gonna take everything that I have. Literally, I need every ounce of energy, every brain cell, every ounce of clarity. So all of that, and I just felt like it was holding me back. I couldn't put my finger on it. I did also feel it was helping me, you know what I mean? Like whenever I'm stressed, whenever I have a long day, whenever I just want to chill and just feel like everything's okay, I would always smoke. And I just feel like I got super sick. I got super crazy sick where when I went to stand up, just randomly one day, I went to stand up and the world was spinning. Someone said it's like a Maricon variant or something like that. But bro, when I say for a whole week straight, I could barely walk. It was a life-changing type of sickness. Like, I'm so grateful right now for just feeling good. And I'm a very active and in shape person. So I'm the type of person who, like, I could do handstands and backflips and stuff. So for me to barely be able to walk really shook me to the core, really made me like humble and grateful for health and for the days that I don't feel like that. Because, literally, bro, I thought I was dying. I thought my life was over. It was crazy how bad it was. But I just I laid on the couch for like a week straight, canceled everything, and for that reason, I stopped smoking, obviously. I gave the last little bit of bud that I had to my homie, and I said, "This is it. I'm done." And now it is February 5th, so I've gone a month without smoking. And don't get me wrong, I always think about it. It's definitely something that I definitely want to do, but I've just been holding myself back. And one thing is that like my homie who came to the crib told me that he has some. He's like, "Yo, I got some on me trying to smoke," and I was like, "Nah, man, I'm actually not. I'm actually good." He's like, "What? Really? What?" And I was like, "Yeah, nah, I quit. I don't do that anymore, bro." And just the fact, like me saying that even was weird because I have, like, when I say, all the time for a very long time, and I was always functional. I'm always like been a pretty smart, capable dude. I can basically like hide it or whatever and like, get by. My bad. This is bothering me. I could hide it or whatever and like drink some coffee was my thing. My thing was I would do the combo of like smoking would kind of get me twisted, and then I would drink coffee to like pick me back up. And that was my way of like, getting through the day. I felt like it was helping me deal with anxiety. I felt like it was making me like calm down because I have so much ADHD, right? Which I do, and it does calm me down. But let's talk about some of the benefits that I experience, all right? So some of the main benefits that I experienced is the fact that I have ADHD. Now that I'm not a kid, I know how to channel my hyperactivity. When I say that I'm like I'm editing a video. The video is recording right now. I planned all of the stuff I need to do tomorrow. I'm sitting here learning how to play the guitar, and I'm started shooting another video. Why not? This is something I want to talk about, so I started shooting another video. I'm literally bouncing off of the walls, but in the best way possible. I'm planning a hackathon. I'm interviewing people all the time. I'm editing the interview myself. I'm a one man band, one sound. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize how much smoking was dimming my light, was bringing me down and making my life slightly more difficult, making everything I had to do slightly more difficult, making my, like, especially when you talk about coding, you talk about building software, you talking about being on time for all of these different calls and all these different things. Like, smoking was getting in the way. And like, you're a very, very capable person if you can smoke and still be productive. But then again, one day my homie Brian's wife, who is from Mongolia, so she's a foreigner, and so she has a different way with English and a different way of thinking. And she said something to me that hit me in the soul one time, that I was like, whoa, what the heck? One time, me and him were trying to figure something out. We were working on some project or something, and we were smoking, and we were like laughing, but then struggling to finish it, trying to figure it out. And she said, she came in the kitchen or whatever and was like, why do y'all do that to yourselves? And I was like, I don't know, something about that tone just made me feel like, wait a minute. It like woke me up. It killed my high, obviously. But of course, like, we just laughed it off and kept talking. But deep down, I was thinking, like, why do I do this to myself? What did I do to myself? Did I like bring myself into a different like level than I was before? And then again, it's like, why? And now, even now, when the cravings hit me, right, I only want to smoke when I'm stressed out, when it's been a long day, when I don't know, I'm bored or something like that. It's always in reaction to something where I could just do something else, something more healthy. I could meditate, I could work out, I could do push-ups, I could go for a walk, I could spend some time with my son, I could journal, I could make a beat, I could write there's so many different things that I could do than being high and just like, staring off. Or even if I was high and then I go to do whatever I was going to do, why is the reason why I could not do that sober? Like, you got, not everybody, but I had to ask myself personally, what is wrong with me that I cannot, thug it out with life, right? Just raw experience it raw, right? I'm getting older now, and it's like, I feel like as you get older, you just need to like shed some chains from the past, right? And I know that it's from the earth, it's healthy, it's from the earth and everything like that. But then still something about it, like something about my lungs too. Oxygen, being able to breathe so freely, like I just have so much clarity. I'm sleeping better. I have so much clarity. I'm sleeping better. My mood, my depression is almost gone, which is another weird thing. I didn't realize how much smoking was contributing to my random sadness. And then I would like smoke to help me get out of it. But then at the level that I'm at now, I realized that like I wasn't even getting out of it. I was masking something, and even my high was low, right? To me now, there is no high as being sober, and everything else is like taking me down. Like, sure, I could get woozy, and I could, be chill and be woozy if I wanted to. And don't get me wrong, I still do a little bit of the wine from time to time when I want to smoke. And then you would say like, yo, that's probably worse, right? I always thought that was worse, but I just do like one little splash of that, and and that's the next thing to be gone. I mean, I'm planning on being straight edge, bro. And I try to think about like, where did this start with me? It was definitely culture. I used to listen to Wiz Khalifa, Black and Yellow, when it first came out, and all of the music videos and like the culture that they feed us that we're born into. It's just all about like smoking it being cool. Between Kid Cudi and Wiz Khalifa, and like my whole coming of age, you know, I wanted to be just a high rock star, right? And I was just like, okay, had to do some serious thinking about that. Like, where did I get that from? You know, I'm not a Rastafari, so why me and all my friends want to smoke all the time? I live in a very smoky town. It's like a beach town here, Virginia Beach, and everybody has a cool, laid back vibe. And we're like potheads. A lot of us, not all of us, but my crew, my like corner of the world. But then when I went to Birmingham, nobody there was really smoking, and I was just like, it was the first time in a while that I experienced that, living in a place where it's not necessarily looked at as cool. Like, you're actually, maybe it was just because I was, Techstars, startup, professional world. Now, don't get me wrong, there was a couple rotations there, but still, not nearly as much as like I'm used to. And it's just something about it, just feels like a level up to get rid of that, right? And then it feels so inspiring to me to like get rid of even more things that I feel like are, not, I don't want to say bad habit, but just habits that are just like slightly self-destructive, slightly like you don't need them, unless you're going through something. If you're going through something and you really are not happy with your life, but you can't do anything about it. If you hate your job, but you can't leave your job because you got so many like bills and kids and family, and you just want to go to work at that job and then get off and smoke is your only escape, then fire it up, bro. But if you're on your way out, or if you've already gotten out and there's nothing that you need to escape from, then at that point, I would say, really take a hard look at that and ask yourself, like, what is the reason for this, right? I definitely would also say that like it helps you be complacent. Like, it's things that you should change that, instead of changing them, instead of doing something, you're like, hitting the blunt and chilling most of the time, unless you are finding a way to turn it into like, something productive. Like me, I thought that was the only way I could get through all my coding courses, was high and drinking coffee. I had to be super caffeinated, but then also, I used to think it was cool. I'm like, okay, so I smoked to be able to be okay sitting in this chair for 2 hours, and then I drink the coffee so that I'm not lazy. So I'm tweaking and I'm zooted at the same time. But man, if I could go back, I mean, it's whatever, bro. Everything happens for a reason, and it's just where I'm at right now. And my bad, because this video is supposed to be more so about all of the benefits, right? So 13 minutes in, we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna lock in on the benefits here. I would say, for sure, mental clarity, energy, productivity, mood, happiness. I don't know. I could even say like less of an appetite. Y'all know about the munchies, right? I'm finding myself not only being more full, but having the strength to make better choices on what I am choosing to eat when I do choose to eat. This is real grown grown man stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, like, you could smoke, eat the Cheetos, whatever you want, but that stuff starts to take a toll on you the older that you get. So I'm super happy about that. And now, when I think that one day, one celebration, I'll go ahead and spark up, because I'm also the type of person to, like, even when I was a vegetarian, if I'm at a cookout and if it's Thanksgiving, come on, man, pass the turkey. It's Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm at a party or something like that, sure, socially, sure, but having the pack on you and just constantly like rolling up and smoking, like, those days for me are long over. I don't see them ever coming back until like I really feel like I must really be done, like on like really done being productive, done being ambitious, done feeling like there's something I'm trying to build. At that point, sure, I will celebrate. But until then, man, I honestly feel like it was making me play life on hard mode for no reason other than, you know, some fake mental benefit, right? It ain't even a real mental benefit. Like, you should be able to tap into that on your own with like breath work and just like whatever. Bro, the guitar, like, you want to talk about feeling high? That's me when I play the guitar now. That's me when I'm playing chess. I made it higher than I've ever been in chess, by the way. I'm 1700 now. I'm 1700 in chess, working on getting to 1800, playing some of the best chess of my life. I just took a L. I'm actually 1683. But yo, Lionel the Builder, thank you for watching another video. Gotta, like I said, yo, I'm sober now, so I'm back shooting way more. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.